Hello, everybody, and welcome to Abraham Lincoln High School. The final home game of the season for softball. We are just getting underway here. Warm-up pitches being thrown. Lincoln versus FDR. Leading off for FDR, number 1 on your rosters. That ball is popped up towards the pitcher, and she overthrows first base. She's going to be safe at first. She's going for second. What should have been an easy play turns into 2 bases for Sofia Rioja. Now batting number 4, Karina Martinez. And that's hit right back at the pitcher. She'll make the throw at first, and they will run it back to the pitcher's mound to make sure that the runner stays at third. So a runner in scoring position and 1 out now. This is Deborah Kozilek. And that one's up high for a ball. Two and 1 count now. Runner thinks about coming in. That one hits the inside corner. 3-2, full count. And they strike her out. On the mound today for the Railsplitters, number 13, and that is Lali Valerdi. This will bring up number 11, Rihanna Muir. Inside corner, strike 2. Count even now, 2-2 to Rihanna Muir. And after falling behind in the count, Rihanna ends up getting a walk. So runners on the corners. As the number 5 batter steps to the plate, she is number 3. That is Brianna Morales. Rihanna Muir steals second. No play attempted as they're protecting home plate from the possible steal from Sofia Rioja over on third.
No one's on first, right?
And it's hit right in front of the plate. They make the play at first, and that's all that needs to happen. The run does not score because they made the play at first. A scoreless top of the first as we move to the bottom here in Coney Island. Bottom of the first inning coming up on the mound for FDR. Shania Ellison, number 17. She's got that fast pitch style. And we'll see if the accuracy is there to match. It'll be a very tough game for the Railsplitters if they've got to face fast pitch softballs all day long. Leading off for the Railsplitters will be number 11. That is Deandra Smith.
Come on, Kerry!
Deandra Smith digs in, a lefty batter leading off. And that ball is outside, ball 1. Ball 3 to Deandra Smith. And Deandra's going to take a 4-pitch walk. Railsplitters have a runner on here in the bottom of the first. And That brings up senior number 23, Isabella Montez. DeAndre Smith thinks about going to second, but then thinks better of it. And stays over there at first. If nothing else, Smith is putting some pressure on FDR's catcher, number 18, Alondra Soledad. And now she goes, and Alondra's going to keep it. That one's behind her. And DeAndre Smith is going to steal her way to third. And that one's way high and bounces off the fence, so no attempt by DeAndre to come in for that. The ball was going to make it back to the plate by itself without her, without the players having to do anything. And that's ball four. Isabella Montez will take a base. That brings up Lincoln's catcher, number 18, Ariel Williams. Montez will move to second. No play made, just like in the top half of the inning. Players protecting the plate and eating the steal. And there's a ball chopped over towards second. One run will score on the base hit. Here comes another. And Bella Montez will move over, no problem. Ariel Williams will end up staying at first, but she brings in 2 RBIs, and Lincoln takes a 2-0 lead. This brings up number 24, Allison Lopez. Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Lopez. Shania Ellison seems to be getting her control in check, and that could spell trouble for these Railsplitters. Runner goes. She's got such a jump. Catcher Alondra Soledad doesn't make the throw. Umpire says full count. And it's up high. Lopez will take her base. It's 3 walks and a single in the first 4 batters for the Railsplitters. And here comes Mia Stewart. She thought the ball was so far inside that it should certainly be a ball. But it is a called strike, but it gets away from the catcher, and both runners advance. So now runners at second and third. Another called strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Railsplitters get their first out of the inning. It's going to bring up number 16, Alyssa Nazario. And Nazario is going to strike out looking. That'll bring up number 13 for the Railsplitters. And the pitcher, Lali Valerdi. And she hits it into the outfield in left. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And she's got herself a stand-up double. Lincoln has 4 on the board. Brings up number 2, Afifa Razak. And she's going to get hit by the first pitch. And that'll bring up Valerie Valerdi. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count even. And they strike her out. And that'll do it for the first inning here in Coney Island. Railsplitters get 4 on the board. To take an early lead, we move to the top of the second. FDR back at the plate. First pitch strike from Citlali Valerdi. Batting now for FDR is number 17, the pitcher, Shania Ellison. Full count now, 3-2 to Ellison. And that's up high. Ellison is going to earn herself a walk. And it's a ball one to number 7, Allison Cibrian. The throw down to second looked beautiful. It was perfectly placed, but the runner was just ahead of it. She gets the steal. Shania Ellison is safe on second. And Cibrian will strike out. This will bring up Areli Garcia Lozada. That ball is going to get away from catcher Ariel Williams. She won't be able to pick it up in time to make the throw down to third. So with one out, FDR now has a runner on third. And Areli Garcia Lozada faces a full count. When they try to make the play at home, they're unable to. FDR's got one on the board. That'll bring up FDR's catcher, Alondra Soledad. Inside corner strike to Soledad. Hit to short. Montez picks it up, throws to first, makes the play. And they make the tag out at home. As Shania Ellison got a little ambitious on her base run. Excuse me, that was Arelli. Garcia Lozada got a little excited about her base running, and turns into a double play. We move to the bottom of the second. Up for the Railsplitters, top of the lineup, Deandra Smith. She had herself a walk her first at bat. She's going to strike out this time. One away for the Railsplitters. That'll bring up the number 2 hitter today, Isabella Montez. She ducks under it, but it counts as a foul because the ball did hit her bat. That was still sticking up in the air. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Montez goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Ariel Williams with 2 outs. Williams had a single back in the first. They have brought in 2 RBIs. But she faces a clear set of bases now. Williams wallops it into right field, and she's got herself another single. And this will bring up Allison Lopez. And she wallops that one into left for a great base hit. Ariel Williams will score before they even get to it. And she's got herself a triple. And Lincoln is up 5-1. That brings up Mia Stewart. Up high for ball 1. Mia Stewart struck out her first at bat. She's 0 for 1 today. Here's a called strike to Stewart. And Mia Stewart earns herself a walk. Railsplitters with runners at the corners. That brings up Alyssa Nazario. Nazario is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Back in the first. And that one fouls up behind the plate. And another foul as Nazario keeps herself alive. And that's strike 3, Railsplitters strand 2 as we end the second inning. Coming up for FDR should be the top of their lineup. Their top 3 girls in the lineup today are Sofia Rioja, Karina Martinez, and Deborah Koziolik. First pitch strike to Rioja. Rioja had a little hit back to the pitcher back at the beginning of the first inning that ended up getting overthrown at first, so she ended up on second to start the game. And it's popped up in the infield and dropped. Allison Lopez unable to hang on to it and make the catch. Now Rioja will reach for the second time based on an error from the Lincoln infield. Karina Martinez now steps to the plate. She grounded out to first, her first at bat. It's called fair because Lopez touched it, but wasn't able to catch it. And And so now Martinez gets a single. And that'll bring up Deborah Koziolek with 2 runners on and no outs in the 3rd inning. Popped up high in the direction of right. It's going to drop for a base hit. That's 3 consecutive base hits for FDR, and it's bases loaded for their number 4 spot, Rihanna Muir. And 1 run will score on the wild pitch. FDR now trails 5-2. Lolly Valerdi having a tough inning. First out of the inning is Rihanna Muir, strikes out. That'll bring up number 3. Nope, that'll bring up number 8. Because we had a switch. Nicole Swierczyk. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Hit high to right. It's going to drop for a base hit. And she's got herself an RBI single. Score now is 5-3. bring up Shania Ellison, who takes strike one. Nicole Swearchik steals second, no throw made. Time called for as the runner on second is tying her shoe. Three and one count now to Ellison. And Shania will walk. The bases are loaded again. That's her second walk today. And this is Cameron Morales in the number 7 spot now. She takes the place of Allison Cibrian. And she's going to pop that up, and it's going to drop for a base hit. And time is called as Allison Lopez took a collision back at third base and is hurt. And Lopez is back on her feet. So what apparently happened, there were two base runners coming in at once. They both slid in and got Allison Lopez at the ankles. The tags are called not in time as the runners were able to hit the plate first, the base rather. So all runners are safe, no outs on the play. 1 run scored. Railsplitters have only a 1-run lead now. So they'll make a change as Allison Lopez is clearly going to come out of this game after taking that hard hit to the ankles. It looks like Railsplitters are going to switch in a new catcher. So Deandra Smith going to take over behind the plate. Lolly Valerdi still over in pitcher, but Ariel Williams is going to take over at third base. This is Areli Garcia Lozada at the bat. And she puts that one into play to the pitcher. They'll make the play at home with the force. So Railsplitters hold on to their 1-run lead. And there are now 2 outs. And this is the number 9 batter, Alondra Soledad, number 18 on the roster, currently playing catcher for the Cougars. She grounded out to short her first at bat. She's got a bases loaded opportunity here, and she wallops it. They make the play at second. We've got to get confirmation on whether or not the run counted before the play happened. And it looks like the run did not count. It stays 5-4. Railsplitters narrowly holding on to their lead as we move to the bottom of the third here in Coney Island. Coming up for the Railsplitters, number 13, Lali Valerdi. Valerdi had to double her first at-bat. Also got to tack on 2 RBIs. And she pops that up in the infield, and it's caught by the third baseman. Nicole Swierczyk hands the Railsplitters their first out. And that brings up Afifa Razak. FIFA will earn herself a walk. Railsplitters have a runner on, And Valerie Velarde steps to the plate. FIFA will test the catcher's arm, see what she's dealing with when she really decides to give it a go. And this time she'll safely steal second. No chance for a play. And Valerie Velarde will get a walk. Top of the lineup for the Railsplitters, Deandra Smith. That one gets fouled back. And there's a strikeout, which will bring up Bella Montez with 2 outs, 2 on. This is the kind of situation Bella excels in. She would love to bring these runners home. But instead, she'll get hit and load the bases. That brings up Ariel Williams to the plate. Ariel Williams with 2 for 2. She's got 2 singles. One of them brought in 2 RBIs. She has a chance to do that again. Strike 2 to Ariel Williams. She puts that one into play. It bounces off the leg of the first baseman. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. So another single for Ariel Williams, another 2 RBIs. And as the play developed, she made her way up to second. And that puts the score at 7-4. That'll bring up Jayla Williams, who took the place in the lineup for Ariel Williams. Excuse me, Allison Lopez. Who got hurt in the last inning. Inside corner, strike 3 called. Jayla Williams goes down looking. And we move to the 4th inning. Railsplitters put a few more on the board for a little bit of insurance. They lead by 3. Top of the 4th inning, top of the lineup for the Cougars, Sofia Rioja. Rioja has reached both at bats today, both on fielding errors from the Railsplitters. Once an overthrown ball from the pitcher, and once a dropped pop fly from the third base. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Strike 3, they drop it, and the throw pulls Nazario off the bag. So on another error, Sofia Rioja will reach first base. This girl is having the most charmed day of the game. And Sofia Rioja will steal second off the hesitation from Deandra at catcher. This is Karina Martinez at the bat now. She's 1 for 2 today with a single. Another dropped strike 3. Runners on the corners. Puts it in play in the direction of second. The Railsplitters will make the out there, but 2 runs will score. So 2 RBIs. And 1 out for Deborah Koziolek. Railsplitters back to a 1-run lead. That brings up Rihanna Muir. Muir has a walk and a strikeout today. Excuse me, there's a switch. That is not Rihanna Muir. That is now number 15. That is Zuri Frazier. Another dropped strike 3. Nope, it's strike 2. Deandra knew it as she argues to her bench. Full count, 3-2. Now Zuri Frazier gets a walk. And that'll bring up Nicole Swierczyk. She had an RBI single, her first at bat in the 3rd inning. And it's a little ground ball picked up by the pitcher. They pulled Nazario off the bag. And she is safe. The out does not count. The umpire made the out hand motion, but he called her safe. So Swierczyk gets another single. Runners on first and second for the Railsplitters. There's a strike to pitcher Shania Ellison. That one behind Ellison. She thinks it hit her, but the umpire doesn't think it hit her hard enough. So she wallops that one into the outfield for a base hit. And that'll load the bases with a single from Ellison. And still only one out so far this inning. And that was the 2 RBI sacrifice from Deborah Koziolik. And that brings up Cameron Morales. Hit it right back at the pitcher. She makes the play at first. But 1 run scores, and we are tied at 7. Brings up Areli Garcia Lozada. Areli has reached twice today on fielder's choice balls. Both times she made it to first, somebody else got out somewhere else, which is exactly what the Railsplitters would like now with runners on second and third. Lali Valerdi having trouble getting the ball across the plate. She is tired here in the 4th. This is her 27th batter that she's facing. It's a first pitch strike to Alondra Soledad. Strike 2 to Soledad. And they make the play at home for the third out. We move to the bottom of the fourth, but the damage done, the lead gone. We're at a fresh game, tied up 7-7. Up next for the Railsplitters, the next three batters are Mia Stewart, Alyssa Nazario, and Citlali Valerdi. Unless Railsplitters decide to make a change. Let's see how the fourth looks for them. And here we go. Bottom of the fourth. Mia Stewart steps in. But the umpire's not here, so please hold. And it's outside, ball one. That one's going to catch Mia Stewart in the back. Railsplitters have one on with a hit by pitch. Foul ball. The catch does not count as an out, as the ball is ruled dead once it hits the fence. Alyssa Nazario still alive. And Mia Stewart steals third base. She is safe. And now Stewart will give the Railsplitters the lead again with a steal home. Nazario fouls back to keep herself alive. Whatever happens, she's had a productive at bat, as she, at the very least, allowed for Mia Stewart to steal her way all the way from first to home. And now Nazario will walk. Railsplitters get another runner on base, and that should bring up Citlali Valerdi, number 13. Nazario will steal second. Citlali pops that one up, and it's caught. Nazario almost caught in the middle, but nobody was covering at second base, so they couldn't tag her out. And Afifa Razak should be stepping to the plate now. Railsplitters one out. Runner on second. FIFA fouls it down the left field line. Keeps it alive. There's strike three. 2 outs, 1 on for the Railsplitters as Valerie Valerdi steps to the plate. Valerdi fouls that off, stays alive. And she pops that one up towards the outfield. It's a base hit. Nazario will come home. The throw will not be in time. She's got herself an RBI double. And Railsplitters have a 9-7 lead. That gets Railsplitters back to the top of their lineup. Deandra Smith. And a nice hit into the outfield for Deandra. That'll drop, easily bringing in a run. Railsplitters have 10. She's coming to third. They try to hold her. She almost gets herself caught. And now, because of the overthrow, she's going to make it home. It turns into a home run for Deandra Smith. I think it would be scored as a triple and a throwing error, but we'll give it to her anyway. And that makes the score 11-7. Montez now with the bases clear, 2 outs. Umpire's been calling those corners all game long, much to the chagrin of both squads. And it's a strikeout for Montez to end the inning, but Railsplitters back on top by 4, 11-7 as we move to the top of the 5th here in Coney Island. Top of the lineup for the Cougars. And that means the charmed Sofia Rioja is at the plate. I call her charmed because if you've been watching, you know that she's reached all 3 at-bats today off errors in the fielding from the Railsplitters. 3 playable balls. It should have been 3 outs, and instead, she's been on base every time she's been up. Hits that one foul. Another foul ball for Sophia. Swing and a miss. It's a dropped strike 3. And once again, Rioja will reach due to an error in the Lincoln fielding. Karina Martinez now steps to the plate. And that ball is going to get away and let Rioja get another base. Karina will walk, runners on first and second, and that'll bring up Deborah Koziolik. And she wallops that one into the outfield. That's going to bring in some runs. 2 runs will score. And she's going to get herself safe at third. The score is 11-9. Four RBIs on the day for Deborah Koziolik. And that is finally going to bring a meeting on the mound out for Citlali Valerdi. She has to have hit her pitch count by now after facing 30 batters today. They're going to leave her in. She's going to try to battle this one out. Zori Frazier now at the plate, a runner on third. Zori Frazier will get a walk. Her second of the day. That'll bring up Nicole Swierczek. Swierczek, she wants a big hit. She fouls that one back, 0-1. Hits it over towards short. Montez will do it herself. No. Both runners are called safe. Montez tried to run in it herself instead of throwing. And so no outs are made. Koziolik scores from third. Now the score is 11-10. Umpires having a debate over exactly what happened in the play. And the play at second is now being called an out. So the runner at second is out. And our runner. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. So I don't think the run counted, so we're going to bring that back. And that time they make the play. I think they did a do-over. I'm not going to pretend I know what's happening. I am confused, and I will get back to you on what the score is. I think it's now 11-9, but we'll get back to you with that at the next inning. So a little bit of confusion. There were only 2 outs with that last play. So we are still here in the top of the 5th. The run was pulled back initially, but it should be back on now. Should be 11-10. And that is out number 3. From Cameron Morales. So now we go to the bottom of the 5th. I believe the score is 11-10. Once again, we will try to find that out after this. Underway here in the bottom of the 5th. The score is 11-10, confirmed. Ariel Williams at the bat. She's got 3 singles and 4 RBIs today. She wallops that foul down the first base line. And it's a chopper into center. Williams thinks about it, but she will stay at first. She's got another single on the day. Ariel Williams goes 4 for 4. That brings up number 10 coming in, Jayla Williams. Jayla entered the game in the 3rd inning, taking over for the injured Allison Lopez. She struck out her only at bat so far today. And this time she's got a hit over to third. It just drops right in front of the third baseman. She just couldn't get her glove under it. Jayla Williams safe at first. Ariel safe at second. Mia Stewart steps to the plate. Railsplitters up by 1. We are reaching our 2-hour mark. I expect the end of this inning to be the end of the game. Railsplitters should be coming out with a victory here. Jessica Stewart, for her second time in a row, is going to get hit by a pitch. Wild pitch. Ariel Williams thinks about it, but then thinks better of it. Pitcher Shania Ellison made no hesitation getting herself back to home plate to make the play if necessary, and Soledad was quick on that ball from catcher. And this time Ariel does not hesitate. She'll be safe at first. And Lincoln puts on some insurance. They're up 12-10. Alyssa Nazario trying to bring her girls home. And that one is going to get hit to third. Off the glove of the third baseman, Nazario is going to end up bringing 2 runs in with the base running. Lincoln up 14. And Lolly Valerdi is going to get hit. And that'll bring up a quick conversation from the coach. New pitcher coming in for the Cougars. They are moving in Nicole Swierczek into the pitcher position. It'll be her job to close this out. We've reached past the 2-hour mark here in Coney Island, but there was an injury that probably added a couple of minutes into that game from the umpire's consideration. Ump says play ball. Lincoln's number 2, Afifa Razak, comes to the plate. Runners advance to second and third. Swiarczyk still trying to get her control. And Afifa Razak will walk. She's reached 3 out of 4 times today. She's got 2 walks and a hit by pitch, in addition to a strikeout. That'll bring up Valerie Valerdi, who had an RBI double her last at bat. She will definitely be looking for a little history repeat right now of that double. And that one's going to hit her, and with the bases loaded, that'll bring in another run. Lincoln up 15 to 10. And that's going to end it 15 to 10, our final score, as we have hit that 2-hour mark with the extra additional time for the injury. Lincoln comes away with the victory over FDR on their final home game of the season. Thanks for watching with us all season long here with Lincoln Softball. We will finish up our streaming season with baseball on Wednesday, weather permitting, and then maybe a little bit of playoff baseball as well. Thanks for sticking with us all season long. I'm Peter Andrus, and as always, thank you to my wife for supporting my media habit. We'll see you next time.